In the midnight gloom of a Norse battlefield, the ground was soaked with crimson sacrifice. Amidst the dying gasps of warriors, a single figure lay upon the blood-soaked earth betwixt life and death. His name was Eirik, a Viking warrior renowned for his valor and ferocity. His sword, Ormstunga, was held tight in his grip, although his breath was shallow and his eyes fluttered between the realms of consciousness. Eirik's life force ebbed, and as darkness clouded his vision, he found himself standing at the precipice of a colossal gate, ominously emblazoned with ancient runes. He was at Helheim's gate, the threshold to the Norse underworld. The cold tendrils of Helheim's mist swirled around him, whispering promises of eternal night. Suddenly, a shrill voice pierced the silence. "Eirik, son of Ragnar, your fate is not yet sealed." A figure emerged from the fog, her visage as pale as moonlight, cloaked in the shadows of the underworld. It was Hel, the goddess of death. Her eyes gleamed like icy sapphires, and her half-decayed face sent shivers through Eirik's very soul. "Prove your worth, warrior, or be damned for all eternity," she hissed. Eirik's heart pounded in his chest as spectral warriors clad in ancient armor emerged from the fog, brandishing otherworldly weapons. These were the Einherjar, spirits of those who had fallen in battle, now serving in Hel's dreadful host. Eirik knew what he must do. With a guttural roar, he raised Ormstunga, the blade gleaming with a light that pierced through the gloom. The clash of spectral steel reverberated through the air as Eirik fought with fervor, his spirit refusing to submit. Each swing of his sword was a resolution to his life, a defiance against the eternal damnation that threatened to engulf him. Time was meaningless in the realm of the dead. Minutes felt like eons as Eirik battled tirelessly. Blood and sweat mingled, though the true challenge was the wear upon his soul. Faces of those he had slain and comrades he had lost taunted him from within the mist, attempting to break his resolve. Just as his strength waned and the grip of despair began to take hold, Eirik caught a glimpse of a warm glow in the distance, the golden halls of Valhalla. With a final, desperate surge of energy, he pushed through the spectral ranks, slicing through shadows and phantoms alike. Hel watched from her icy throne, an unreadable expression on her decaying face. Finally, Eirik emerged from the onslaught, battered but unbeaten. His eyes locked onto Hel's. "Your spirit is fierce, Viking," she acknowledged, her voice curling like smoke around him. "You have earned your reprieve." With a wave from her skeletal hand, the gates dissolved, and Eirik was thrust back into the realm of the living, his consciousness returning to his battered body on the battlefield. He gasped for air, the taste of blood and earth vivid on his tongue. Amidst the cries of the dying and the howl of the wind, Eirik knew he had faced the shadow of Helheim and returned, his spirit unbroken. His journey was far from over, but as he rose to his feet, he carried with him the strength of a man who had defied the gates of the underworld.